manage our hunger.
My appeal is that you dedicate 20% of 2025, roughly 72 days, to visit each of the 36 states.
Catch the drama, feel the excitement on Straight Talk on Echo FM 100.7 Owerri with the Radio Marshal Barry Cosmos. Every weekday, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Join the conversation on Straight Talk with Barry Cosmos. Straight Talk. Get straight analysis. No bending corners.
Let's be poor. Breathe.
Every day,
every hour,
every minute,
and every second,
breaking news occur
from our villages,
in our cities,
new government policies,
the economy,
politics,
social news,
entertainment news,
security concerns.
We the people converge
to analyze,
separating facts from fiction,
lies and truth.
We dissect,
we integrate,
we harmonize,
we criticize,
and we bring you all the juicy details.
Live on Echo FM 100.7 Owerri. It is Straight Talk.
Straight Talk.
Straight Talk on Echo FM 100.7 Owerri.
Shall I begin? I am your host. I am your anchorman. I am the presiding bishop of this ministry, and I am awesome. My name is Barry Cosmos, the Radio Marshal, the Buruburu One on radio, the Okenze on radio, your big brother on radio. I am the main event, and I am here.
Live on Echo FM 100.7 Owerri.
Are you ready? All right, good morning and welcome to the show, everybody. Welcome to another beautiful week. Happy New Week to everybody. For those of you who were not with us last week, Happy New Month as well. Welcome aboard. It's May Day. Wonderful. Say just May 1st yesterday. Today is what? May 4th. Unbelievable. Time flies, man. And it's getting to May 29th, and we'll have four solid years. I've been at 3 years of Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration, like complete, bam. 3 solid years of Bola Ahmed Tinubu's. Well, a lot of people have explained the years to mean different things to them, and we are in the political cycle. Well, wind still blowing. The plot twist still happening. And of course, what's next?
It looks like there will be one more party Peter Obi will join before 2027 election. Is this the final bus stop? Anyway, Peter Obi has since left the ADC to the NDC. What started like a joke, He has made good his promise that he will be on the ballot. But is it just being on the ballot that matters? Now that Peter Obi has joined the NDC has started seeing litigation. The ADA has come out smoking, writing and being on television and everywhere saying that NDC was not properly registered. They were not part of the bid. About 100 and something people applied. 24 were interviewed. NDC was not part of them. NDC was now registered as through a court order or a court injunction without following the due process. And the NDC is not going to be recognized. They are going to court. This time around, it's not NDC themselves. It is not INEC. It is not APC. It is ADA. The same party that Peter Obi and co wanted to float is now coming back to haunt him. So this morning, our topic is very simple. Is Peter Obi a jinx to political parties? A lot of people will get angry with that, but I intentionally want to use it so that I will get your own contribution. Is he a jinx to political party? Because anywhere we go, trouble they follow. Check him now. He will left the PDP to the Labour Party. And I know what happened. To the ADC. That one, ADC, no fit drink water, keep cup. Now, he just entered NDC yesterday. Wahala don't start. So, is he a jinx? Or why is trouble following him everywhere he goes? Well, a lot of people say they don't want him to be on the bus. It's their biggest threat. While others are saying is window shopping. Follow is not able to fight or stay in a place and solve the problem. Which side of the divide are you? This morning, let's go talking. It is straight talk. No bending corners. Welcome aboard, people. My name is Barry Cosmos, the Radio Marshal, and I have my microphone partner here, Judge Don.
Mine is Judge Don Ikoma.
All right. This troublemaker is in the building as well. We have Chief Comrade Salvatore Amadi, who is smiling, beaming from ear to ear, because he predicted this thing long ago, that Peter Obi is not going to be in ADC before, I think you said before April ends or so, but it now happened on the very first day of May. All right, we got a May 1st. We got April Fool's Day with INEC recognizing ADC leadership. And then 30 days later, May 1st, Peter Obi, wunderbar. What's going on, Chief Comrade Salvatore? Welcome aboard.
Thank you very much. Beautiful morning to you and George Don.
Good morning.
Actually, as I predicted, the agreement was concluded, believe it or not, at the end of April. The understanding was concluded at the end of April. For my investigations, they just decided to make yesterday their official entrance into NDC.
The permutations are very simple because the ADC refused to zone the party's flag bearer to the south. That's one of the key reasons why Peter Obi is leaving. Now that he is gone, what will happen to those who flocked in to ADC because he was there? Are they also going to jump ship again, and then they keep having multiple political party registrations and all that? Peter Obi left the Labour Party. He didn't formally resign from the Labour Party. Remember that? Because Dati Babame said it, and I've spoken with some LP big wigs, and they said, yes, he's still a member of the LP. And now he's in NDC. Will double party membership not come to haunt him as part of the litigation that will go on?
It will not, because a lot of people don't actually know what transpired with Peter Obi. Peter Obi is a very, very meticulous politician. And all the traps they set for him, what you have been witnessing is a series of jump and pass drama.
Jump and pass?
Yes, because he sees ahead of the people trying to stop him, and he always will, when he gets to any particular trap, he will jump it and pass. So you were talking about the reason. You said one of the reasons for which he's moving into NDC. A point of correction there. It is the major reason, and that is ADC. With all the high-profile personalities running that party, could not muster the audacity to look Abubakar Atiku in the eyes and tell him, sir, this is a generational project. Be an elder statesman, national leader of the party, because we want to hand the ticket to a younger generation. You will be 80 in November. And that is the key reason. It is the principal reason, not zoning it, one, to the south, not zoning it, two, to the southeast, and not zoning it to Peter Obi directly, specifically, for things that happened in 2023, which even 5-year-old Nigerians now know.
All right, we will get into that conversation. This is just an intro. Let's not finish the whole conversation now. Donna, how did you feel when you got that news that Peter Obi left?
My emotions are not supposed to be shown, isn't it? Rules intact, isn't it?
God have mercy. God have mercy.
NBC rules.
What am I going to do with this one? Which I'm emotion. I ask a simple direct question. It's not who's talking about emotion. I'm talking about
Anyhow, you want to you're asking me a question.
I think maybe she resorted to emotions because of a possible failed promise of hot pepper soup from somebody. I didn't mention the name of the culprit.
Okay.
So you have joined them.
Oh, okay. The culprit has now declared
that will
his
join
identity.
me. I'm happy. Please, if it's
You
one
have joined
person,
them.
The culprit is smiling too.
No,
All right.
Please.
Yes.
Everybody is now on my case. I don't know.
Please, if one person will be by my side.
No. I said I was going to do that, but she was here before I left. So what's my problem now? She's the one that didn't come out.
Hey, God.
And she didn't come out. She wasn't interested. She was just talking lip service.
Mr. Salvatore,
Were
you interested?
do you believe
You are
Barry?
sounding like Uche Clever now.
No.
You see, I'm monitoring all of you.
Thank you.
And whatever you say at any given point will be held against you in court.
No. You see, I told you after the program will go. She was in here. I was out there. And then time passed and all those, weekend came around and everything. Now you still blaming
If you actually meant to buy it when you didn't see her, why didn't you call her?
Well, she was in the studio. No calling. And of course, I know her phone is not even here, even if I call.
And you didn't have the schedule, the particular time she was supposed to leave the studio.
No. She left the studio. I came up, they said she was inside the studio again. I said, what is she doing in there?
And you didn't.
Will you stop? You
didn't inquire. I put it to you that you are still guilty as charged.
Samantha says, one more word from you. You are leaving this studio now.
I'm here.
That will not
Don't
be
worry,
today.
Mr. Salvatore.
Because you must deal with NDC today.
Okay, no wahala. I'm gonna they gang up against me. No wahala. Okay, let's go back into the conversation. But definitely this time around, let's take a look at what the papers are saying this morning. I have quite a bit of local newspapers, and politics is getting very local. So we are going to be bringing you more local newspaper stories. And of course, we have from the Age Express, we have from the Nigerian News Point. I think I also have that of the National News Blast and the News Point. Oops, before we finish all this one, Star Post Express. Now, wow. The story can't go here. All right. Everybody, if you want your papers to be here, send it across. Don't wait for me to go search for it, because if I don't see them, I'm not going to read them. Those of you accusing me, especially the local papers, accusing me that I don't give attention to your paper. How would I give it if you don't send it? I mean, go find them. Ain't got no time looking for it. You find Equifer, no Equifer, go find you. All right, so let's go there. We start with the Age Express newspaper. We have former Iswada ISWSC, what does that mean? MD Emeka Ugo Anyao Barry's mother. All right, we also have Obi Kwankwa. So join NDC, receive membership cards. All right, we also have this one. Idiato APC leaders pledge support for Uzodimma Ngoforo and welcome Apia-led Renewed Hope ambassadors. All right, Idiato, this is your Idiato Nation. You're part of the Idiato Nation. The APC is pledging support for Uzodinma, which Uzodinma, from all indication, is now clear. He has made it open. He's going to the Senate. And, of course, they are pledging support for him. But what happens with Izunasa? Both of them are from the same. Izunasa was from the PDP or the APC?
Izunasa was from PDP before he went into APC.
All right. So.
And now, from the consensus arrangement in that party, the long-awaited and expected implosion in APC has just begun, because I don't see somebody like Izunasa
stepping
aside or adhering to the directive or instruction
of Mr. President,
of Mr. Governor, that anybody asking for tickets in Imo State in this party should wait until I blow the whistle, which was, of course, handed down by Mr. President when he said that whoever is interested in any political position for contest in 2027 should meet his state governors.
Well, some people see that as a very beautiful directive, probably because of one or two governors that have been overbearing on their state or ex-governors. Typical example is Wike and Fubara. And Fubara now has the power to select. Now we have 14 members of the State House of Assembly who had every small time impeachment, now trying to get support from the same man they wanted to impeach. Now that he has the presidency support and all that, that for Rivers State is good. But for other states, do you think this is an overbearing attitude from the APC to other people who have political interest?
It is a highly undemocratic exercise when you have an authoritarian, if you will, instruction from the number one citizen telling contestants, aspirants, go and meet your governor. What it means is that you are personalizing state affairs, governance affairs. And that shouldn't be. People who are interested should be allowed to buy the forms and go to the field.
All right. Now, I like that. It's become like our politics has become a one-man show where one man decides what happens to Nigeria.
At every level.
Then we now have subdivisions of one-man show down to the state. So we have 36 state governors that will decide the fate of who leads and who does not lead. Now, anybody that does not come from the governor's own camp cannot get the ticket. But does that stop the people voting the other way around, not APC?
Whatever
because everybody keeps accusing the governor. This is supposed to be an APC affair. It's not like a state affair, but APC is just one party. What about the other parties? And the people can decide to go anyway.
In fact, that is what has started happening already from my investigations.
Okay.
In fact, from so many, I've had so many calls from people wanting to know the up-to-date facts and figures on what's going on nationally. And I can tell you authoritatively from those inquiries that APC members have already started moving into NDC. They started this as early as yesterday morning because they knew that their chances were foreclosed by that directive from Mr. President. And so they have started looking for senatorial tickets, governorship tickets, House of Reps tickets down the line in ADC and other parties, because they know there is nothing for them, because of that directive in APC.
All right, I see headlines like jubilation in Olu, Osu, Oru East as Omego picks nomination form for second term. Who's jubilating anyway?
Well, of course, there would be the core followers and supporters of Mr. President, because Mr. Governor,
okay.
Because I am aware that that candidate, Omogo, is a choice candidate of Mr. Governor. They date back decades of interaction and all that. So he is, so to speak, the party-approved candidate. And interestingly, one of the persons that called me yesterday morning used to be, can still be described to be still one of the chieftains of APC who now wants a House of Reps ticket and started making inquiries and asking me, what do you know about NDC and all of that? I am interested in NDC now. I want to go and meet the state chairman and all that. And I can also tell you that the highest ranking, as far as I'm concerned, Southeast coordinator of Kwankwaso's presidential campaign council in 2023, a lot of them are making inquiries about what's going on with NDC.
All right. All right. We'll talk more of the NDC later on the show. Let's deal with this. Done. Let's get this other headline.
Okay. Obowo women back Onyekwere for Imo Assembly seat.
All right. The elections are getting hot, and everywhere it's election stories on our local papers. We'll move on to the Nigerian news point. Done. Let's have this one.
Okay, Princess Injemanze Nebo cries out over attempts to pull down uncle's house.
And leave over alone.
We have made enough sacrifices.
Well, this is according to the story on the Nigerian news point, alleged selective demolition, and people's houses are being demolished. Just talking about the house, this one here at, there was a demolition exercise that was going on just very close to Echo FM here. At the Township Stadium. There's just a house here, people's houses. I think that was on Friday. I left the studio only for me to see
Thursday.
people running here. Thursday, right?
Yeah.
Helter Skater and all that. And people's goods were just thrown out by, the monitoring team and all that. And part of it was demolished. I saw the roof, the green roof on those market buildings built by Rochas at the old stadium there. The roofs were being pulled out, and we begin to wonder, what's this? Why this continuous demolition of already built structures to erect new ones, wasting taxpayers' money? If the building is
Adopted that word selective. Well, you didn't adopt it. That's what you read from the paper. But that is to be expected. That is what has been going on in the country whenever it is about 9 months or 12 months to a general election in Nigeria. And if you study the trends very carefully, you discover that a good number of those structures are owned by people perceived to be in opposition parties. And we have a very, very clear lesson from Lagos State to deal with as far as this is concerned.
All right.
It's all part of the political electoral muslin.
All right, we have this one now.
Charter of equity must not breed mediocrity or lose remain once.
Well, this is a very serious matter because, in a way, on the Okigwe, who particularly Owerri zone, there are names that are being touted to be preferred candidates for governorship and all that. And a lot of people see them as mediocre people who are not real thoroughbred leaders in their own definition. What do you make of that?
What I make of this is that it is going to eventually cause further self-implosion in that party. Because 2027 will be very, very competitive. And if you don't throw onto that table your very best, I mean, people on the streets, the market women, the mechanics, the school children can easily say, this man has the pedigree to be our next governor. Your party will be voted out. So all those mediocres that are being presented or touted as the favored candidates of the party, I do not think that Mr. Governor is so politically daft as to bring just anybody from Owerri senatorial district, because he belongs to Owerri now, as has been agreed, to contest on behalf of the party, unless, of course, he wants to sabotage his party and he has interest in moving to maybe ADC or any other party.
Okay. Ahiazu Ezinite Rep says leaders endorsed Chinonyerem Anyao as most qualified candidate for 2027 and drummed support for her victory. Well, that is on the Nigerian news point, and this one says APC chieftain Onoha writes Imo governor and proposes direct primaries for Ahiazu Ezinite federal rep seat. This Ezinite Mbise is getting hot there. And a lot of people are beginning to see that as something that is going to be a very big issue for everybody who is in Ahia Say if you are from that client, then you have a lot to worry about. Okay, the Nigerians weekend, or is it weekend Star Post? The Star Post Express. I think this was, we did this last week. And this is not the current one. I think I just missed it. Okay. The National News Blast. Did I send it here? No. Oh, okay, I didn't send that one here. Sorry, the publisher is here. I can do that tomorrow, don't worry. Okay, let's head on to the national dailies. On the national dailies, we have, let's start with the Vanguard newspaper. And the Vanguard newspaper, let's start with the women's stories. Ojuku's wife is on the page of the newspaper now. What did he say, Don?
Okay, no Nigerian killed in South Africa protest. Federal government.
Oops. Well, about 130 Nigerians have since signed evacuation forms to be evacuated back to Nigeria. Yeah. And, of course, our foreign ambassador now, Bianca Ojukwu, is saying no Nigeria was killed in xenophobic attacks in South Africa. Well, it's glad to hear from the official point of view, but in the reality, how true is that?
Thank you.
I can tell you that this is what you call damage control. Because I did hear somewhere, I went 2 days ago in a conversation, somebody lamenting that a relation was killed in South Africa. So, and this, of course, wouldn't be the first, second, or third time you are hearing denials from the government and getting to discover otherwise. So we just have to leave it at that, all things being Nigerian.
Well, according to Bianca Ojukwu, she said federal government was closely monitoring rising tensions linked to anti-foreigners demonstrations in selected cities in South Africa, noting that President Bola Tinubu had expressed concern over the situation and directed enhanced diplomatic engagement. All right, Ojukwu's wife's appointment seemed to be strategic. A lot of people say it's a political way to pave their way into the stronghold of Peter Obi and all that. Would Ojukwu's wife fight against an Anambra citizen and an Igbo man for the president she is serving in the administration? That's the big question. A lot of people, would that be a very strong statement of fact of Tinubu's stronghold on Nigerian politics, or they say he has won about 30% of Peter Obi's base over to the APC? These are the calculations a lot of the likes of Reno Mokri and the rest of them keep peddling. What's his name? The aviation minister said the same thing and all that. And with the likes of Ojukwu, the renowned Ojukwu, revered Ojukwu's wife in the administration of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, serving as foreign affairs minister, do you think this is a strategic, very, very strategic point for the Tinubu's administration to win over a lot of Anambrians and Igbo people in general?
You aptly described it. It's a strategic electoral decision, one that would, rightly be achieved during an election year. How come she was not ab initio appointed the substantive Minister of Foreign Affairs? How come the Southeast all over the years has always been grappling with Minister of State, junior ministers all over? Then elections around the corner, you begin, it's this psychology of communication. You do the photo ops, the options, the audio and the video vibes for election.
Great, so that we can allow others to talk. Well, and this will lead us to our conversation later on. Some lawyers, same lawyer, two parties, coalition demands INEC probe of APM, and NDC and the commission reacts. Let's get a little bit of that story down.
Okay. Abuja, a civil society coalition under the aegis of Nigerian Democratic Rights Advocacy NDRA has raised an alarm over an alleged infraction on the provision of the revised Electoral Act forbidding dual membership of two political parties by an individual. The group, in a statement on Sunday in Abuja, said its attention was drawn to disturbing inconsistencies in official party records, which list Barrister Reuben Egwaba as national leader advisor in both the Allied People's Movement (APM) and the Nigerian Democratic Congress (NDC), with one of the listings expressly stated to be by court order. The statement, signed by the General Secretary of the group, Julius Ondukwase, noted that the infrastructure is not a clerical oversight. It is a serious legal contradiction with far-reaching implications. By virtue of the amended electoral provisions, particularly the modification of Section 77, belonging to more than one political party at the same time is expressly prohibited. The law is clear and uncompromising. Any individual found guilty of dual party membership is liable to a fine of up to 10 million naira and or a prison term of up to 2 years.
All right.
I think what was there, or what should be there, is infraction and not infrastructure. From what you are reading, Judge Don.
Okay.
So now, moving away from that, this is exactly the situation, the position the ruling party wants the opposition parties in Nigeria to be fixed in.
Okay.
You push them, stampede them into this sort of situation. Are you aware, Cosmos Barry, that as of yesterday, people that were requesting to be deregistered from ADC because they have decided to move into NDC were told, sorry, we have system maintenance issues. In other words,
I'm
you
aware.
cannot deregister, you cannot remove your name from ADC, before you move into NDC. And if you don't do that,
it's dual membership.
They will charge you for dual membership, and you are trapped. Whoever you are trapped in the cobweb, in that trap. That is the game. So now, all of a sudden, you are getting complaints about dual membership. And that's exactly the position the ruling party has always wanted these opposition parties to be caught in, this web of dual membership. Now, all of a sudden, it is being raised at the court level as a court case, and people are now finding it difficult to get their names removed from the system in ADC. They say, I know one chop again. Now, problem, we don't want to stay with you in ADC anymore. Give Atiku Abubakar both presidential, vice presidential, and national chairmanship of ADC. Let him eat it all. We are leaving to NDC. And now, please remove our names from ADC list. Oh, sorry, you can't do that because we have a systems maintenance issue. So something very close to glitch in 2023.
All right. Well, according to this story, this man is a legal advisor to APM, which is the Allied People's Movement, and of course the NDC, Nigerian Democratic Congress. And now, it is very funny because how can this man be the legal advisor of two political parties? Now, being legal advisor, is it membership? That is another thing, because a lawyer can stand for 2 or 3 political parties if they so desire to keep him as their lawyer. Does it mean he must be a member of the party before he becomes a legal advisor? I don't know how that works. I'm just asking.
You have executives of political parties.
Okay.
And once your name is listed by INEC as the legal advisor of that political party, it means you are an executive of that party.
So did INEC see this dual membership of these same people and still listed them on INEC platform since ab initio of the registration of APM and the NDC is only now coming to the front, or it's a complete negligence or a trap set somewhere waiting for somebody that will fall in?
It is a trap set somewhere waiting for not somebody, millions of people to get trapped and disqualified.
But once again,
both candidates and the voters.
But I think this is supposed to be an individual punishment, not the entire party, or does it affect the entire party structure?
If your candidate, for instance, your presidential candidate...
I'm talking about an officer who has dual membership. I'm not talking about the candidate. The candidate is...
You asked the question, you say whether it is an individual thing or a group thing. And the candidate is an individual. So, and that's the highest level I'm painting a picture for you to understand.
Okay.
That whether it's an ordinary member of the party or the presidential candidate of the party. If you're caught in this web, that is it. At the right time, they go to court and tell you, at the point you contested, you are not qualified, you are disqualified by this directive.
Now, so I'm asking like the legal advisor now. If he's found to be guilty of dual membership, does it affect the party as a whole?
If it is proven that he is duly guilty of that by not doing the needful, he will go in for it. He will answer for it.
Him as a person, right? Or the party as a unit?
Just hold it. Back up the truck one bit. Listen, if he can provide a document that has a date on it, that as of this date, I resigned from this party, I submitted this document to my party or former party, and it was acknowledged. You have to have an acknowledgement. Listen carefully now. You must have an acknowledgement from your ward chairman. And you pass it to the local government chairman level. You have your copies. Acknowledged, received. It must be stamped, received. If you don't have that documentation, you are caught in the web. And you see, that is all part of the game plan set in place. So this is just a signal, it's a message to all those who say they are leaving one party and going to the other. You must first of all write that letter saying you are leaving your party, you are heading to another party, and this letter you are writing to them, you have to have it acknowledged and stamped received by that party. If that party does not have that document, or they say they have lost it, or it is not in their possession, or the person never wrote, the onus is now on you applying for, notifying them on your resignation to produce the documents, stating this. If not, you are done for, whether you are a presidential candidate or just an ordinary member.
All right, on that note, let's bring you in, the listener out there. This is getting interesting because the politics is getting so dicey. Everybody be part of the conversation. Numbers to call: 0911 20,022 or
0707-454-1014.
Send us a WhatsApp message on
0707-491-3438.
All right, let's get the phone lines open. Who is going to be our first caller? Good morning. Who dey?
Hello, good morning.
Hello?
Morning.
Don.
Hello, good morning.
John, I greet you.
I greet you too.
Happy new moon.
Happy new month to you
and
too.
Happy new week.
And you too, sir.
The Buruburu one.
I greet you,
I
sir.
greet you.
Welcome aboard.
Yes. I greet our guest there.
Yes.
Happy new moon to everybody. This
Thank
is Mike E. calling you from afar, over the Imo State.
Okay, Mike, you're welcome.
You see what is happening.
Okay.
They say if you want to contest in anything concerning governorship, you should go and meet your governor, I think. I hear something like that.
Yeah.
You'll say, okay, let me ask. Let's assume now I'm in PDP. I'm in PDP. So maybe as our governor now, you know the party. So me now, I will go and meet him that I want to contest. Is it possible? But no, I want to know, is it possible? Is it right?
That's the directive from Mr. President.
This thing now, are we in military? Is it democracy we are in now? I want to know. What are we talking? See, Barry, for me, anybody want to contest, let everybody contest, come out. Not to go and meet. Is it the person giving the governorship? No. So, I beg you, let them do the needful. Also, INEC, do the right thing. If anybody wins, make sure the person enter. Not Mr. A will win. You go and give Mr. B. That is what is scattering our country. So, let them do the needful and do the right thing. And the P2B, anywhere P2B go, we follow him.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Oh, guys, stop campaigning for P2B. Thank you. Bye-bye. When I need to use our media on the campaign for P2B, if one campaign can't pay money, campaign never starts. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. Barry, my brother.
I greet you.
I'm done in the stadium.
Good morning.
I greet our guests.
Good morning.
And they call you. You're from Elube Kemeko Bibizena. Barry, you know, say P2B, they understand the game, say they need to say one place, sell tortoise.
Okay.
Yes, if you want sell tortoise, you go around, because if you be say people wait there here and church people, the other people are native people, then go buy the tortoise. So for him to come late, the sweetness of celebrity, now when send your dog full, he come late. That people be come late now, at the sweetness of celebrity. I make them go another party.
Okay.
So we dey welcome her with 2 arms. Anybody wey say Peter Obi no go dey there, my brother, na in pocket in dey find. Peter Obi dey find the pocket of all. So we all dey with her. Thank you very much. Have a good day.
All right, thank you very much. Hello.
Hello?
Okay, apparently this one is not ready to talk to us, so let's go to the messages. This one says the one and Lady Ekoma, the first lady of Arsenal fans. Okay, I accept that one. Happy New Week to all of you in the studio. The defection of Peter Obi and Kwankwaso to NDC came late, but why am I not worried? Is that obedient movement are still intact and Kwankwaso group are still intact. I hope APC and federal government will not focus their searchlight on ADC. In all, God, please help us to change the button from Tinubu to Obi in order not to perish after 2027 election. Barry, I want to know if your guest is a member of NDC or APP. For Olu's Senate position, Senator Uzinaso will succumb to Governor Hope Uzodinma at the end of the day. My big question is, who will be the acting governor of Imo State for South African protests? How can the minister say no, Nigeria was killed? That was a pathological lie. Please, Barry, make sure you buy the pepper soup for Lady Ekoma. This is our first message. Hey, let it not linger anymore. Comrade Chris Ogbonna, JP, the Church of Presentation and Arsenal people. No, I'll go by. Salvatore is a journalist. Salvatore is not a member of a political party. I don't want him to answer it. I have to tell him. I have to say it. He is not a member of NDC, APP, APC. If he joins any political party, he will not be in my studio. I can tell you that for free, okay? I don't want him to talk about it. So forget what you think and don't brand him opposition, because at the next agenda, where everybody go. The ones that say things that doesn't suit you, you brand the person opposition. That is not healthy for our democracy at all. All right, let's get another message. This one says, well done.
Okay, good morning, Echo FM. My name is Engineer Caleb from Owerri. See, let me tell you, Mr. President will rather die than to return to Aso Rock in 2027.
Than not to return.
Okay, than not to return to Aso. Please, could you put it like this?
To Aso Rock
in 2027. But they are inviting a revolution.
All right, let's take this down.
Okay. Good morning, my eloquent and majestic Barry Kosi, beautiful Don George, and the studio guest. Happy New Week. Mr. Peter Obi and Kwankwaso left ADC to join the NDC is not being nomadic. But as very true and sincere Nigerian can see, is that they are being pursued by invincible forces. It looks like poison is always injected into any party Mr. Peter Obi finds himself. This does not in any way portray good to our polity. Can Atiku be told to give peace a chance and stop being a spoiler always? This is the southern turn to rule the country. Is he not a northerner? His people are warming up to take their turn in 2031. The devil is really at work in him in this country. Nigerians are aware about the chase on Peter Obi. However, it looks like the hunter has chosen to shoot a particular bird without missing. The bird has, of course, learned to fly without perching. And by the grace of God, it will fly to a safe and victorious net. That is Mr. Peter Obi, isn't it, Lady Julie Nosike?
All right. Thank you very much. This was a good morning, Mr. Barry, and your beautiful colleague. I believe you have seen the reason almost all the governors defected to APC. Mr. Presido has made it clear it's part of their agenda. If you want to contest for governorship, you will go and meet the governor. As how? That's how it sent me a very big fat question mark. But you, Barry, and my beautiful princess Ekoma, I still remain Ejiko radiated from the good people of Amapuridere Zombe. Barrio, it is a welcome development that CPWB and co defect to another party. We pray that the Almighty see them through. Okay, all the way. Do have a great day, my people, of the best radio station in Nigeria. Thank you very much. We have this one. All right, done. Let's take this one.
Okay, Dr. Mrs. Mma Olebara from Owerri. Peter Obi took the wisest decision as we didn't need their hide-and-seek game. Anywhere he goes, the obedient go, because we see him as the light set on mountain top to bring Nigeria out of the quagmire we have found ourselves in. We cannot keep quiet and allow our hard-earned democracy to be destroyed. We must get it right in 2027, as we cannot continue suffering in the midst of plenty while our leaders live in opulence.
Oh, the message is Kanku. Okay, let me take one more before we return back to the phone lines. Good morning, my good people. Okay, that's not for me.
Yes, sir.
It says, AKA is Collins Oswago, AKA Motion, texting from Imopoli. Good morning. About the problems each party Peter Obi joins, we should know that a ripe fruit gets the highest number of stones. Peter Obi is an outstanding candidate, and that's why the APC always look for a way to indirectly destabilize any party he belongs to. And once Peter Obi decamps from the party, it weakens the opposition and makes it easier for APC in the next election. All right, let's take one or two more calls before I call it a wrap. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Gracious morning, Your Excellency, and to the State Top team.
I greet you.
You're welcome.
Go Stevenson. I come from Emabia.
Okay.
Let's give my thank you much to Chief Salvatore. He's a political terrorist. And he knows how much I appreciate him. I will also expect him to predict the outcome of what will happen in the 2027 presidency. I will also want all who agree to consider it that the instruction of Mr. President is simply for APC members. It can't be for people like us who are moving from APC to NDC, NDC. No. It's simply for APC members. But that is also tell you how terrible and undemocratic APC is. And I think they should consider Imperialist letter speech, re-echoed by Bomal and the Wellers. When such issues happen, all you get is war. Everywhere is war. That is not democracy. You don't give such instruction. And for an Igbo who don't actually think about you giving him orders, such things are not obtainable and could not be obtainable in Imo State.
Okay.
I thank you for this information. God bless you.
And bless you too. Thank you so much for calling. Hello, good morning.
Only him, Senior Comrade Linus Duru, who is a member of Imo State, Nigeria. My sister, good morning.
Good morning.
Course. I greet you, sir.
Yes, he's here.
Okay. See, the foundation of NDC, I don't know about it.
Okay.
But if P2B comes to play with the NDC as it stands now, I want to give him some piece of advice. I don't want P2B to start using that his name to ensure that a vote can be given to him. Most of the people who shout for him don't have voter card. And some of them are not even in the domain where they can vote. He should go down to the grassroots and ensure that he has the people, not by open talk.
Okay.
Remember what happened in 1983 when everybody was shouting NPP in Southeast here. And the whole people who own Igbo land are shouting NPN because it was the party in the center. Like Chubo Kadibo, Ikemba Newu, Collins Ubi, and name them, all of them, they were in NPN. And the NPN carried today. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Hello, good morning.
Yeah. Good morning, Dedon.
Good morning, Katchinson.
Yeah. Good morning, Sabare.
Good morning.
Okay. Good morning, the guests in the studio.
Great morning to you.
Yeah. My name is Katchinson Epuha. I am calling from my community. What I was looking at. Dedon, how was your weekend?
Fine, and yours?
All right, we thank God.
Okay.
Yeah. Let me talk about this defection issue. You see, if there is any other word like greediness, I think it should be Atiku. Because his greed is much. Since 2007, till now, he is still contesting. He was the reason Obi did not fly the PDP flag in the last election.
Okay.
And it was known to him as the northern candidate. Look at, he couldn't win the election. Now he is here again. when it is the turn of the South to complete their 8 years, I think he's still contesting. And what baffles me most is that he's doling out dollars. So what is the source of income that his dollars is still very fresh? He needs to be investigated. Now, I want to equally say this now. It must take sacrifice. Underline, sacrifices must be made for coalition to thrive. Let me take you back to 2013 when APC was formed. Big wigs, all of them joined, including President Tinubu. But all of them shielded their sword to allow Buhari to fly the flag. That is why when Tinubu came out in 2023, he told us Emiloko that it was his turn. Because all of them had an agreement, okay, calm down, they did. So why is it that Atiku his interest must override all? Why can't he wait? Let them fly someone like Obi or any other person. What is all this? Now, Obi now join another party now. In fact, I'm not surprised that Tinubu will be drinking wine wherever he is now. Because you can't do the same thing the same time and expect different results. So APC, PDP, ADC, NDC, of course, if APC is right, he's cruising already. So Atiku must be, if you can reach Atiku, Barry, please, Don, if you can reach Barry with your station, please tell Atiku, sorry. If you can reach Atiku, tell him to go back to Dubai where he has mansion and retire, please. Then finally, let me summarize. I want to equally advise the leadership of the NDC because I won't even be surprised. Court cases will arise from tomorrow. People will be sponsored. It's politics. But I want to advise them. They should be mindful of people who will come in now to ride on the back of P2B to win the election. Somebody like even one of the slaughtered aspirants in over the zone here. So they should be very mindful not to use P2B to get all of them that won through Labour Party. Where are they today? But you must be careful. However, I wish P2B well. My name is Kachi Sinekwa from Av.
Thank you very much. Now, over to you, Mr. Salvatore. Now, before we have like less than 2 minutes to go, I wanted to ask a question concerning this building here. The building they're actually pulling down, is it as a result of the stadium that is actually there? Because people had so many opinions concerning this bringing out of this building. And it was said, or people did have their own opinion, that they've actually told them that they were going to actually do that. But people have a different opinion based on that stadium there, that there's not supposed to be a building in front of that stadium. So what do you want to say concerning that? This building that is being pulled down here, that Barry was talking to you about.
Why would somebody be saying that it's not supposed to be a building near a stadium? What is supposed to be near a stadium?
Okay.
Once it was the government that authorized the establishment of that structure there through proper documentation. That is what will be tenable in court. So whatever gossips they are having concerning the structure, whatever structure, what is important and fundamental is, did an agency of government permit this? If they did, the problem goes back to government to answer. It is not for the citizens. Yes.
Now, the second question, you actually predicted, Barry has told you the first one. The second one, prediction you actually did was based on the one when you said that those in power, they are actually using so many strategies to actually, kick off the opposition side. And then you said something that when they develop these strategies, you would not expect the other opposition to just relax. That definitely, they will definitely come up and still, use any other strategy to actually, flip the narrative on the other end. So my question here is, what do you think should Peter Obi be doing at this point in time? Because we have seen that most of these parties have constitutions, and you cannot just enter a party and decide to be flagged as a presidential candidate. So do you think that it's wise for him to still keep moving from one particular political party to the other, and for them to still flag him out as a presidential candidate come 2027?
Very interesting, George Don. Let me just answer your question by laying the appropriate background. You had, right now, you have people like Omokri and Femi Fani Kayode saying that Peter Obi is a nomadic jumpologist, jumping from one party to the other. But hello, are you there? Now, this is Peter Obi's number 5 political party. Now, you had ABGA, PDP.
LP.
You had LP.
ADC.
You had ADC.
Now NDC.
This is number 5, NDC, isn't it?
Yes.
Let's go back to Mr. President. That's where Femi Fani-Kayode and Mokri belong. For Tinubu, we have SDP. We have AC, Action Congress. We had Alliance for Democracy, AD. Action Congress of Nigeria, number 4. Now APC, number 5. So it's 5-5 draw between the two of them.
Okay.
And all things being historical, I can predict that this person that is now hitting his number 5, since Tinubu hit number 5 and became president, the person that has just hit number 5 now is most likely, by all predictions, going to be your next president.
All right.
Very much.
It's time for us to go to our news department and bring you the news update. Thanks. Stick around with us.
Echo FM.
This week to help those in need.
If you know that it's God Almighty that created you and created we Nigerians like you need to do good things for us because the masses are suffering. How you can suspend me here? Are we your slaves?
And I'm going to win this election.
That is the truth.
Stay informed with Echo FM 100.7. Join us for exclusive interviews with experts, breaking updates on local and global events, and in-depth coverage of issues impacting our community. Tune in every weekday at 6:30 a.m., 12 noon, 2 p.m., and 6 p.m. for our major news bulletin in English, Igbo,
People, this not story time on top Echo
and Pidgin language. For more inquiries, you can reach us through our email, echofm@thekingmail.com. You can follow us on our social media handles at Echo FM. Echo FM 100.7 Owerri. We are the Fresh News People.
Welcome to the news update on Echo FM 100.7. Here are the latest stories we are keeping tabs on. President Bola Tinubu has congratulated Team Nigeria on its commanding performance at the 2026 African Wrestling Championships in Alexandria, Egypt, where the nation secured a record 15th continental title in the women's category. The president described the victory as a statement of consistency, discipline, and national pride, noting that Nigeria's wrestlers have once again demonstrated why they remain a dominant force on the African continent. Residents of Ekpoma in Edo State have been thrown into mourning following the killing of a businessman, Justice Oshoke, hours before his child's dedication. The spokesperson for Edo State Police Command, Eno Ikoedem, confirmed the incident in a statement. The Commissioner of Police, Monday Agbonika, has ordered a full-scale investigation into the incident. The Nigerian Railway Corporation, NRC, has condemned the increasing attacks on train operations along the Abuja-Kaduna rail corridor by suspected vandals and criminal elements, calling for stronger community support to protect railway infrastructure. The corporation reaffirmed its commitment to safe and efficient rail operations nationwide, assuring that all necessary measures are being taken to protect lives and infrastructure. The Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board will hold its 2026 policy meeting on admissions on Monday, May 11th, where key decisions including the minimum unified tertiary matriculation examination cutoff marks for the 2026-2027 academic session will be determined. The JAM spokesperson, Fabian Benjamin, further stated that the event will feature the 6th edition of the National Tertiary Admissions Performance Merit Awards, aimed at promoting compliance with admission guidelines and improving standards in tertiary education. The Federal Road Safety Corps Ogun Command has confirmed that 3 persons died while one other was injured in an accident that involved a jeep and a bike along the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. The FRSC Sector Command Oludare Ogunjobi confirmed the incident in a statement signed by the command spokesperson, Mr. Odunsi Afolabi in Abeokuta. He stated that obstructions had been declared in order to restore traffic flow, and the vehicles were moved to the MTD Alapako police station for further investigation. And in sports, Anthony Joshua has been hailed by Eddie Hearn ahead of his return to the boxing ring. The former heavyweight world champion is set to make his comeback in July. His return will come just 7 months after Joshua was involved in a fatal car crash in Nigeria. Joshua is now scheduled to fight Christine Prenga in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia on July 25th. Ahead of his clash with Prenga, Hearn has labeled Joshua's return the ultimate comeback. And in the world of business, the Organization of the Petroleum Exporting Countries and its allies, collectively known as OPEC, have increased the oil production quota of member countries in a bid to stabilize the global oil market. The decision comes amid persistent volatility in the global oil market, while crude oil prices rising from about $100 per barrel to over $120 per barrel in recent times. And on the foreign scene, at least 130 Nigerians have already registered for voluntary evacuation flights from South Africa as Nigeria moves to safeguard its citizens amid rising tensions linked to anti-foreigner protests in the country. The Minister of Foreign Affairs, Bianca Odumegu Ojukwu, in a situation report stated that the evacuation arrangement is part of broader diplomatic and security measures being coordinated with the Nigerian missions in South Africa. And that is all for the news update at 10 as edited by Benjamin Joseph. For more information and inquiries, visit our social media platforms. On Facebook is Echo FM, on X at Echo FM_Owerri, on Instagram and YouTube, Echo FM 100.7. You can listen to us anywhere in the world by clicking on www.echofm.net. And that is the news update at 10. Thank you for listening.
Echo FM.
Live from the Eastern Heartland, Echo FM 100.7 brings you engaging conversation on trending news.
We need the federal government to sort whatever issue they are having with ASU.
And by December this year, 4,000 MOUs will be employed in Europe.
It's explosive.
Well, first of all, we must understand that war in itself is a display of anarchy. When you talk about war, that is lawlessness at its peak. When you say you are fighting war to keep Nigeria one, no. You fought the war as a manifestation of your incompetence in the management of the crisis that was then part of Nigerian history.
Hilarious.
I get malaria, my cancer. Behind every successful man, there's a woman at the front.
Stop shaking your head. You stop shaking your head. You're one of those who are causing problems.
On action, I don't want somebody.
and daring.
Mr. President, God will ask all of us, but you will be in the front. I will say, I've told the Senate President.
Our nation remains one of the most insecure and least peaceful in the world today, making Nigeria one of the hungriest countries of the world. Nigerians now spend nearly their entire income on feeding.
We may be hungry, but we can manage our hunger.
My appeal is that you dedicate 20% of 2025, roughly 72 days, to visit each of the 36 states.
Catch the drama, feel the excitement on Straight Talk on Echo FM 100.7 Owerri with the Radio Marshal Barry Cosmos. Every weekday, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Join the conversation on Straight Talk with Barry Cosmos. Straight Talk. Get straight analysis. No bending corners.
Let's be poor. Breathe.
Welcome back to the show, everybody. It is Straight Talk live on Echo FM 100.7. No bending corners. Let's go talking straight now. No bend with Comrade Salvatore Amadi, the publisher for the National News Blast newspaper. And of course, I've called him today a political terrorist. I don't know which one you go answer this morning. Welcome aboard, Salvatore.
Barry Cosmos, I think you're already forming a coalition with Ugo Stevenson, who has also used the word political terrorist. Yes, for me, when journalists do go the extra mile to do investigative journalism, that doesn't give a damn to whose ox is God. We're first of all tagged opposition members. And I think that's a very dangerous trend. But the point is that those who know very well know exactly that, well, that's what qualifies him
as a journalist.
Yes.
That's the beauty of the job anyway.
And anybody who cares to go and carry out investigations can go and check with the two political parties mentioned now. All they need to do is go to INEC portal and click, and they will not see Salvatore Amadi there in any of them as a member. So, and that is actually the pride of some of us, that we reject so many things, so many juicy offers, and even proposals. Please come to our party, we'll sponsor you for whatever elective position you want. We'll give you director of this, director of that. Have you registered with our party and all of that? All those some of us go through on a daily basis till tomorrow. But I think we in the Fourth Estate should always maintain this neutrality, and that is where we derive our authority from. When we speak and people believe that, maybe some of them will be asking, does he belong to a party? That's the party I want to join. Just like the same thing going with Peter. The point is this. By the time we maintain our neutrality, we can look any multi-billionaire or trillionaire in the face and tell him or her the ugly, bitter truth. And some of us derive ultimate joy from that, even sacrificing the food on the table of our
when they hit them in the face,
yes,
and then you see their faces, it gives you that satisfaction, man.
Yes, okay. It's just like what's playing out now. You have a situation where, and I keep saying this, the politicians will go ignoring advice, authoritative information derived from thorough, meticulous, investigative journalism. And they say, he doesn't even have a car that he's driving, so how can I take his advice? But at the end of the day, guess what happens? They come back to the same advice given to them by a journalist who doesn't drive a car, and they have already spent multi-billions in wasting, their money on things political, electoral, and all of that.
All right.
So that's where we are.
Let's continue. Judge Don is still here this time around. You never open your Bible today. What do you have? You know that Bible today?
You want me to?
I didn't say I want you
This
to.
one you remembered my book today. Are you
I see it every day. I didn't see it today now. So now I've been scared.
See it here.
I said this one you have not opened your Bible.
I didn't know you were conscious of it in the first instance.
Oh God.
Tom and Jerry.
You know, I can ask this woman a question. She answered the thing directly. Go here, go here, go here, go here. Now, wow. God. Most of you out there don't know how difficult it is dealing with this woman sitting beside me.
Oh my God! Like seriously,
and at the end of the day,
it's just
you'll
that
be supporting her.
You cannot just take.
You can be supporting her and leave me alone.
The spark in me.
The spark.
And it's only Mr. Salvatore that is seeing this spark. So please stop listening to Barry. Just look at Dawn. Just for once. Look at the spark. He cannot deal, like seriously.
Oh my God, I don't suffer.
I have observed in the course of this episode of this program that the majority of callers will first greet Her Excellency, they will first greet Judge Dawn before they go to the Buruburu. I'm taking note, and it's in my own little Bible.
And let them do that now. They say ladies first. They're just following nature.
Hey, God, no. You see? All right. Are you seeing a little bit of him now?
No. What?
Are you seeing? Listen, that's very wicked.
Is it a lie? Did I say people of God? Now lie, why lie?
Spat. Oh, don't spat yourself. Pat yourself.
I'll be smarting.
Thought you say if you're
there is something really in a name, if you care to know.
Yeah.
That Dawn. Dawn.
Daybreak, forget that.
People think of Dawn, they think of a new dawn for Nigeria.
Okay, don't bring up John politics.
With them.
You don't join our politics. If we're going to Don Obi. No wahala. I beg, we'll go back to the conversation, John. Don't mind Salvatore and Don here. They are trying to pull my legs. Okay, we are taking a look today. I asked a very simple question. Is Peter be a jinx to political parties this morning? A lot of people will not feel good using that word, a jinx, but then I used it on purpose so that everybody will understand where we are heading towards the conversation. Because every political party Peter Obi joins, it what comes with its own baggage. He has followers, but he has baggages. Now, again, another question, is it not high time Nigeria put individualized, independent candidacy as part of the electoral process, so we will not have this issue of party. This party is being sponsored, this person is being sponsored. You cannot sponsor the individual to go against himself, and that brings in neutrality and all that, because the likes of Peter Obi will even prefer to run as a person without a party, and we'll see how good that goes on. So if you're following him, you know you're following one single leader, and then you go there. If you're going to follow this person, you know you're following this. Do you think this party arrangement or individual independent candidacy is better? That's a question for everybody. I'm not asking Salvatore because I know he has too many things to say on that. It's a general question. Do you think the party arrangement in Nigerian politics is ruining our politics because we don't even know how to manage it? People jumping from one party to the other party, all because they want to get support using the clout of another person to, run. Not you as a person, because you cannot, your person no reach to go stand there, people follow you. So you don't go under the auspices of somebody who select you, just like what the president has said the governor should select on behalf of people. No more elect, he select the person he feels, and then he feels it, and then the whole party structure is used now to push that person who is not generally accepted by the people. But if an individual comes up and we are standing individualistic candidate, will that mean, okay, anybody voting for this person is two things. Either you're voting for the person because it's capable, or you're voting because it's sharing the money. There are two things involved. So these are the things I'm just asking general questions. Do you think independent candidacy is getting to be a better choice for Nigerian election, or the party election that as it's been done now, where the ruling party is allegedly accused of orchestrating disaster in all other political opposition parties, which the scatter them syndrome has become the order of the day. Now, Peter Obi has formally joined the NDC with his, according to people, not very official running mate. That's how they say. That's why they do okay. The last time I say KO here, Don nearly won't chop me and say it's okay. It's not KO. So let's you don't know. Why don't go, Don? Salvatore?
Because that was not what happened.
She corrected you.
Yeah, she corrected me. She won't chop me. Say na KO. No, I said what to be the difference na okay. It's not KO. So it means something. The O should come before the K, not the K before the O, and that's a very strong thing. So for me, I say the two alphabets, whether OK or KO, it doesn't matter. But OK is, are you okay? That is the question now on the lips of everybody. Well, for my Labour Party presidential candidate Peter Obi and ex-Kano State Governor Rabiu Kwankwaso have formally joined the Nigerian Democratic Congress, calling on members to avoid litigation and focus on advancing the nation's development. The two opposition heavyweights made the call on Sunday in Abuja during the formal reception into the party and amid ongoing political realignment ahead of the 2027 general election. Okay, so first question.
Yes, there is need for clarification. That question about is Peter Obi a jinx? You see, that is only to be contemplated in nowhere else on this planet than Nigeria. Because all things being Nigerian, the country is downside up. That's the way she has been operating for decades. And that is why you will see a political phenomenon like Peter Obi and be thinking of a very, very derogatory word, jinx. Peter Obi is rather the star. He is the party wherever he goes. He is the MTN, so to speak. And that is the truth nobody can deny. It is because he goes into those parties that people begin to cause problems for the parties because they know in a free and fair election against Peter, they will lose and will never score up to 25% of votes against Peter.
Doesn't it confirm that he has a massive followers? He also have the massive destruction to political parties.
No. You cannot destroy a party where Peter Obi is a member. You can only help yourself by joining. Because that is the reason anybody who is incumbent, who is in power, and doesn't want to lose that position, would want to communicate, the information that Peter Obi, from jumping from one party to another, is a political jinx. No, they know that he is the star, and everybody follows like the North Star to wherever.
Okay, let's. I want to cover as many possible angles as possible.
Yes.
Now, you said he's a star.
Yes.
But a lot of people see him like somebody who cannot solve political issues. Instead, he runs away.
Peter, and that's just something about Peter Obi. People are looking at his meekness, his humility, as weakness. And that is where they get it wrong, and he keeps beating them every time. There is a high underestimation of the political character called Peter Obi. Peter Obi will not want to argue with you. He will just look at you, we finish talking, he'll walk away. And he has a solution to, quote and unquote, your madness. And he knows how to avoid that madness, prevent that madness from being the lot of the majority of the citizenry who are asking for better things to happen in their lives.
So you see him walking away as a solution.
A very popular American song says you must know when to walk away, when to hold and when to fold. Because when it's timing,
you gotta know when to.
There'll be time enough for counting.
Okay.
Right? Yes, that's a good friend of yours, Kenny Rogers. So let's leave that and move on. The reality on ground is that they know that it is wherever he goes that Nigerians will go. And so they can come up with any name to discredit him. Political jinx. He causes problems in parties. With whom is he causing problems? He has observed that wherever he goes, you instigate problems. And you want him to stay there, so you trap him. So you call him a good man or a good administrator.
Now, there are also some people in the ADC who have started saying he's a spoiler, he's a disruptor, he's childish, he's this and that in the ADC.
They are speaking out of absolute ignorance. Take that to the bank and cash it. The person perceived to be what you're talking about, the spoiler, and has a very, very straightforward, consistent record from 34 years ago, is Abubakar Atiku. And so you would, in a country that is politically volatile and fragile, where everybody knows that if you take this step in this way, the country crashes, an individual will still want to propagate and project and promote his selfish interest above and beyond national interest.
No,
that is a destroyer for you.
I hear this a lot from a lot of Obi supporters, but
it's not from Obi supporters.
It's
from objective analysts of Nigeria's political situation.
But there are also those objective analysts who say that Obi should have stepped down for Atiku.
On what grounds?
On the grounds that the coalition is stronger. Atiku has a bigger base in the north, where most of the votes will come in. Judging from the political analysis and the numbers that are floating.
What did he do with it in 2023?
Now, he did that, of course, according to INEC records, he had more votes than Peter.
You excuse me. See, banking on the figures of that election at this level will be very, very unacceptable.
Okay.
We all know what happened in that election.
Okay.
Manipulation of figures was what transpired.
But it wasn't also Peter Obi's numbers that were manipulated?
I beg your pardon?
Don't you think Atiku's numbers were also manipulated?
No other candidates' votes were as highly manipulated as that of Peter Obi.
Okay.
And that's for a reason. You see, as I've been telling you, the Northerners you're talking about have now begun to see the handwriting on the wall very clearly that if they don't go for this last-ditch effort of pairing Kwankwaso with Obi, that is it. The country is done.
All right.
And that is what they have been preaching to Abubakar Atiku. The young, the old, the women, the children, the politicians, they have been telling this man, look, you have tried.
I saw a statistic that was done by some followers of the APC, where, according to them, 2.1 million was the total vote that came out from the entire Southeast. Obi got over 90% of those votes. Atiku and I think, what's his name, the president, Tinubu, got the remaining 10%, and still he did not come anywhere close because the numbers from the Southeast, where his stronghold is, and of course the South-South, where he swept everywhere in the South-South during that time. And as at that time, all the governors were like not united under one umbrella. The entire South-South and Southeast governors are now in the APC, where Peter Obi's stronghold has now been infiltrated. And you know the powers the governors wield when it comes to election results. I'm not talking about the vote, as I said, election result on purpose. Because if this is what is going to happen within the Southeast, and the entire Southeast and South-South are run by the APC governors who had sway over the numbers that will be coming out as election result, don't you think Peter Obi has already lost a big chunk of his base? Why not gaining more from the other bases, according to what they said? I'm not the one saying it.
Are they counting off northern Nigerian voters from this exercise?
Yeah.
They don't
think Peter Obi has
they're not taking into account the number of voters from northern Nigeria that has now decided that there's nothing for Atiku. Have they taken that into consideration? Have they taken into consideration the scenario of 2023 when people like us read between the lines, saw on the wall that Peter Obi was going to score about 70% of the votes, which he actually did? Do they have those facts and figures? Listen, if all the 36 governors of this country decide to move to APC, they will discover on January 16th that that is a very tiny number compared to almost 100 million voters in Nigeria.
Well, great to have that optimism there, but
it's
definitely...
not optimism, it is a reality on the table.
Well, you call it a reality. The only reality that we'll say is what Amupitan will release on that day. And that is the major concern for a lot of people. Because when what INEC releases is what will count. It's not what you feel or the number of people shouting Obi Kwankwaso, okay, and the rest of them, or even shouting Atiku, Atiku. What will matter is what INEC will release. And this INEC, from observation, from what we see, are predominantly held by the ruling party, and the governors, the presidency, and all that. They direct what happens based on what we have seen so far. Do you think Obi Kwankwaso ticket has what it takes to make them calm down, rescue the power of control of INEC from this governance?
Barry Cosmos, there is an extent to which you can have figures that will be so overwhelming that it will be tantamount to committing suicide by the electoral umpire to declare a result in the other direction. I don't know if you recall the statement made a couple of days ago by Buba Galadima.
Yes.
You recall that?
Yeah.
He said, let them just keep doing what they are doing. They don't know they are just worsening their electoral chances. But the point is, on election day, the people will be asked to go to the polling units with kerosene and matches to help them with that, whatever it is that they are targeting, that they will now help them to do that even better than them.
Yeah.
So you see where you are right now.
Yeah.
And when you are at a point where people like Buba Galadima can come and make such a statement, do these people actually know the antecedents of a Buba Galadima? A Buba Galadima that was offered a ministerial position by a sitting president and he said, no, I don't want it. A Buba Galadima that wears slippers all over the place looking like a Tokumbo houseboy, and yet if he says A, that is where a lot of people will go. A Buba Galadima that brought late President Buhari into CPC. When they make such statements and you decide to ignore them, you are singing your swan song.
All right, let's go to our listeners now. It's time for your done. I don't know if you have a question before I throw it open.
Mr. Salvatore has said...
Why is the face like this? Salvatore, look at what you made her look like. See how she's looking.
How's she looking?
I don't know.
You need to see her face when we finish.
Mr. Salvatore, please don't be looking at Barry.
No, I'm looking at you, really.
Oh, thank
so
you.
I'll just concentrate
Thank you,
on
Jerry.
looking at you till the end of the program.
Salvatore, I don't know you like this. I don't know. I go call Priska.
God, can you see it now?
To the program.
Have you seen it now?
I will call
Have you
Priska.
seen Barry?
You see now.
Very good. Mr. Salvatore.
All right.
Can selflessness come to play in this election process? Like, let's be honest. Can selflessness come in? We already know that.
From what angle?
From Peter Obi, from Kwankwaso, from Atiku. When I mean selflessness, I mean in as much as they have a lot of problems in all of these political parties, can Peter Obi and others just say, okay, if this person wants to be there, can we just come together and just allow this person go? Since they want to change the face of Nigeria, since it's we, the citizens, they want to help, can selflessness come in while they allow someone to just go and then, take up this mantle of leadership?
I want to tell you that selflessness has already come in amongst some of the top leaders of the now defunct ADC.
It's now defunct?
Yes, and I must tell you, Judge Dawn, that you are in a new dawn of Nigeria now, where selflessness is not the number one thing on the priority list.
This is the second one you've told me.
The number one thing on the priority list for now is Nigeria's unity as one nation under one umbrella. That is the priority now. And this priority has been realized by principal stakeholders in the defunct ADC. And that is, oh God, that mistake we made in 2023, we shouldn't have made it. Because the truth has now come and is splashing all over their faces, and there's no other option. There's actually no other option now. Selflessness does not come in right immediately. It is Nigeria's sustained integrity as one nation. And those of them who are intelligent enough to decipher this, read the code, decode it, are the ones working hardly. They're working, very, very hard to ensure that the only way the country goes is a successful, free and fair election where you can still have one Nigeria after the election is declared, the result, presidential election result is announced.
That's a deep.
After
That's
January
a very
16th.
deep conversation.
Yes, indeed.
I wouldn't want us to delve into that now before we cross some lines, but definitely, just to add to what you've said, I think the selflessness was what brought the EDC together.
Selflessness, yes.
And then we've passed that level now.
Yes.
When the selfish interest became now. The biggest issue now is will the ADC remain a major force now that Peter Obi and Kwankwasi had left?
Very beautiful question.
Now, will they still go ahead with primaries or now they go for a consensus? That is another issue because the contending figures were Obi, Amechi, and Atiku. And of course, one other person who, I think Wajuba joined the race.
Yes.
And who else again? Now that Peter Obi is gone, are they still going to go ahead and do primaries like they were touting? Okay. I spoke to the camp of Emeka Ihedioha.
Okay.
Here. They were in a meeting. He told me they were in a meeting and they were not happy.
At what time did you speak with the person?
That was 2 days ago. Immediately I got that information.
Did the person tell you why they're not happy?
It was not even in the day. It was late in the night because that information filtered to me.
Late last night?
No, not last night. I think that was on Friday night when I got the information from Abuja that this is what is going on.
Yeah. What was likely to happen?
They told me it was already a done deal. That's why I was here on Saturday morning.
Believe what I told you.
Saturday morning, I blew it out here. People started saying, it's maybe. I said, no, this is not maybe. It's happening.
Good.
I got it straight from the leader of Obedient Movement.
Yeah.
And then he was telling me that it's done. I should go ahead and fly it. I was like, what the hell? I didn't see that coming. I was thinking it's PRP, and all of a sudden, boom, NDC from nowhere. Yeah. And of course, now that this has happened, that's the biggest question. I'm seeing on social media the obedient people posting and waving bye-bye to the ADC.
Yeah.
Here in Imo State, the last one I saw before I entered here, one Anukanti, whom I know is, I think, from
Obedient.
Obedient member from
LP.
This Awaka area and all that. That I know him very well. It was kind of funny the way he said it. That's what got this into me. I was like, He said, see, as I do so na Baba Bidi, so I don't go. Obedient for life. I go. He goes, we go. And comments like that. Now, there were campaigns by the Obedient Movement for people to register. Now, this issue of double or dual registration. And you're talking about the problem where the system failure is now rejecting people. And we have how many days left for the register to be compiled? I think 30th May is the last day for the electoral register. Do you think the NDC will have garnered more people? Because that is going to be one of the reasons for the number of people in a political party, in case there's rigging to happen, that will really account for the end result. Do you think NDC has the capability
Barry,
to do that?
You must not be a registered member of a political party to cast a vote for a presidential candidate.
That's true.
If 90 million of us who do not belong to any political party decide to vote for a candidate, that candidate must win, must be seen to have won that election.
Yeah.
So this membership thing is about mainly about those
who want to contest.
This timeline given affects them, those that want to contest. So your name must be clearly.
It shouldn't have any bearing on the candidate. So long as you remember, people can vote for you from every climes, right?
Yeah, yes, of course. And let me tell you that the Ihedioha you are talking about fully, officially moved into NDC yesterday morning, officially, conclusively. So whoever was telling you they're not happy about what's going on anyway, you said that was before. That was before yesterday.
I said that was on Friday night.
Okay, so
around
the point
2 a.m. in the night, my phone rang, and I saw it. I was, what the hell is this guy calling me by this time?
Barry Cosmos, I sent a text message to Peter Obi on Friday. I gave him 1 hour, he didn't reply. I now sent a text message to Tanko Unisa, the DG of the Obedient Movement. And under 3 minutes, Tanko replied and said, sir, please, we are still waiting for our leader's pronouncement, quote and unquote.
Well, that's what he told me on Wednesday last week.
After Tanko sent that message to me, I escalated my investigation to the highest level and got the conclusion that they had already moved, I mean, spiritually and otherwise, into NDC. And based on that investigation, I decided I will publish this and damn the consequences that Atiku and Obi had moved to NDC, and that's on the front cover of National News Blog.
That's Kwankwaso.
Kwankwaso and Obi had moved officially to NDC.
All right.
So
it's time for us to let our listeners join the conversation. Please, if you want, I asked that very crazy question: is Peter Obi a jinx to any to political parties? Please, I'd like to have your comments on our Facebook page. Just type Echo FM on Facebook, Echo FM 100.7 on Facebook, and then drop your comments there. Let's get to hear if you think he is a jinx or he is being jinxed. So let's use that word. And then on our YouTube, we can also get you there. So just send in your comment on Facebook, your YouTube, or Instagram, wherever you find yourself. Please, we'd like to have your own comments. We will read the ones we can read here, and the rest of them will allow the rest of the world to read it. Let's open our phone lines now. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, Uday there. Are you serious? Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome aboard.
Good morning, Don, Barry, and the guests in the studio.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Welcome aboard.
Good morning.
Yeah, this is Peter. If I'm calling from Naked.
All right.
Peter, you're welcome.
Yeah, what you are seeing today in Nigeria, I think it's not a surprise.
Okay.
And the political crisis and everything going on, I think when you have a situation where some selfish interests, personal interests are prioritized against the interests of the entire country. And that is how you see all this confusion going on. When you have the forces of goods, people that collide with forces of evil intention, you have all these problems. So I think that Peter Obi has done the right thing to move away from ADC. And if Atiku should allow peace to reign, this is the best time for him to collaborate with the group, the faction of Peter Obi, so that they can have a very good and smooth election. But Atiku has not seen that. Everywhere he dips his leg, there must be confusion. So I don't think he is helping himself. He's not helping the country. He's not helping himself. So that is a problem. And I want to finally say that what happened in 2023 when Peter Obi switched a lot of places, I think it was an experiment. That was experiment. That election was experiment. Now, this is when the real election is going to take place. And I want to tell you that you see a more sweeping effect of Peter Obi in this election than previously. I want to encourage him to continue to stand there because at the end, I think he will do a very great. It will be a very great thing for him. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Peter.
All right. Whoops. Wow. Let's get more reactions. Good morning.
Hello. Good morning.
Oh, good morning, Barry. Good morning, Don. My name is Chief Jude Ubaja. I usually come from Cheese Organimo State.
Good morning.
Well, whether anybody wants to believe it or not, the defection of Peter Obi and the Kwankwaso that are claimed to be the best presidential hopeful of ADC and presidential, vice presidential hopeful, portends very great danger to that party and might eventually lead to their failing woefully in the next coming 2027 general election because of the problems there and then the problem they are having in the court, because the Supreme Court said that they should start afresh at the High Court. But my honest and candid word, assuming we have a guest from ADC, I just want to ask two questions. One, do you not think that this defection is belated and might eventually not lead to they are making any headway at the end of the day, since it is too late to cry when the head is off? Then, according to Locharlie, a French chemist, in one of his principles, in the study of university physical chemistry, I quote, certain reactions take place in order to annul the effects of others. Do you not therefore believe that this defection into ADC is one of those problems in the opposition political party that might eventually affect NDC and make them not to make any meaningful headway in the forthcoming presidential election of this country?
I am struggling to understand your question, Chief Jude. I don't think you've actually said something what really picking from what you've said. The question you're asking is not very clear to me. Can you rephrase or say it again?
Let me,
okay.
Okay. My first question is this.
Okay.
Do you not think that this defection into NDC by Peter Obi and the Kwankwaso is belated? Judging from the fact that...
How do you mean belated? How do you mean belated?
That it is too late, that it may, based on the situation of things on ground now, that they may not be able to meet up both the new electoral act and then the requirements of INEC at the end of the day. That's number one question. Number two is, according to Lochale, a French chemist, one of his principles in the study of Lochale, yeah. Do you know that says that certain reaction takes place in order to annul the effects of others? And I want to believe that the problem that is associated with the opposition political party, including NDC, might eventually make Peter Obi and Kwankwaso not make any meaningful headway in the forthcoming 2027 general election. Because I've always said that the problem with opposition political parties is what I can best describe as xenophobia that's affecting the opposition parties that make them not to win, in the next comment, and pave way for Tinubu and the other NDC candidates to win. That's my question. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. Well, I think that question answers itself clearly. I don't need to react. There's a lot of time to the elections. We have not even started the campaigns. Primaries have not been done. So nothing has really started when it comes to this. So saying it is late, I don't think it's late at all. Nothing. The last time Peter Obi jumped ship from PDP to LP, it was 6 months to the election. And look at what he did. Now talk of this, and they have almost a year to the election. We are now in May, the elections are in January. So that's about 7 months away, or 8 months to be. So what's the difference between now and last time? And he is no longer a newbie into the election of the national process. He is now a household name. Everybody, both opposition and the powers that be, know him well. And his grassroots movement has really gone spread all over. It was a matter of platform where he will run. That was the only issue. Now he has one. Yes. Now, answer your question about if they are not going to go to litigations and all that. I told you earlier on in our intro that there are litigations against the NDC for delisting from INEC, citing the APM, that was APM dual membership of their legal advisor. But this time around, they said the NDC did not follow the normal guideline to be registered. They were registered based on a court order or a court injunction. I didn't understand exactly what that meant, but that's coming from the ADA. The ADA are the ones now reporting that they want the NDC to be deregistered as a political party just hours after Peter Obi and Kwankwaso joined them.
Barry, you are caught in a web of a hell of a stampede. Stampede 1, that's the scenario of the incumbents, the ruling party.
Okay.
Ensuring that people are sponsored to go and scatter the major opposition party or coalition of opposition parties. Now, Stampede 2 is what you're talking about, AGA now. That's the competition among political parties, breeding petty envies. When you see that Peter has chosen the other platform instead of yours, you go and say, no, it is ours, that he should be with us, not with them. That is clearly the explanation. That is what is unfolding.
Are you serious?
That is what, it's not a matter of are you serious? Are you not aware that AGA was one of the parties proposed for the opposition
major
parties?
Yeah.
Yeah, so when you have a first wife, you have a wife, then all of a sudden you have a second wife. The first wife is likely to be jealous for natural reasons.
But the ADA was not registered. It has not been officially registered as a political party in Nigeria.
I am telling you that it was proposed as an alternative for the
new registration
party.
We are all aware
and
of
so
that.
it would be understood. You must sympathize with the party that Peter Obi didn't go to them. So that is where we are. And there is no... The person talking about, do you not think it's too late for these people. That's exactly what the ruling party has been planning for, it to be too late for them, so that they'll be caught in that web of legitimacy, and all of them will be disqualified, so that you have, through the back door, one-party state in Nigeria.
Okay, you heard about Nephew Bala regretting and stating that he's tired, he wants to withdraw the case. Immediately we started hearing that Peter Obi is leaving for the NDC. Nephew Bala said he was pushed by the lawmaker who has now defected to the APC, Adejobi and the rest of them. So, I don't know. So it was all a ploy? Or what was exactly Nephew doing now? He says he's tired of the case, he wants to withdraw. He did a convention that only him was standing on the podium, nobody was with him and stuff like that. A whole big arena, there were not even up to 1,000 persons that were there.
That is that same scenario is what will be repeated in the case of the now defunct ADC, because you may likely have an Atiku there standing alone on the podium. So when you see that now, you say Peter Obi is jinxed, or is he a jinx? So you have a situation where people have deliberately decided to peddle false information to suit their purposes.
Okay.
But you can never hide anything from under the sun. You can never.
All right.
You can never.
Oh, well, I think the likes of Dele Momodu and the rest of them who have been shouting that Atiku is a bigger fish and Peter Obi should stop bullying Atiku, stuff like that,
they are
and all
scheming
that.
to be deputizing Atiku. They are scheming.
But they have the party to themselves now.
You say?
They have the party to themselves.
Exactly. Now. So let them, as you had an announcement, from Peter. Please, those people running after him they can now peacefully stay and have everything in ADC, so that peace will reign. So let them go ahead and keep everything, all the positions to themselves in ADC, and leave Peter Obi and his group alone, so that they can do whatever they want to do. They are ridiculing Nigeria before the global village. And what you are doing inadvertently is bringing more global attention, focusing on Nigeria now for 2027, which will make it more difficult for any sort of electoral manipulations.
Great. So we have a situation where Peter Obi has been promised the presidential ticket. Kwankwaso came out say both of them have agreed who will be president and who will be vice, but they have not made it official. Everybody knows, everybody's thinking like, okay, Peter Obi is going to be the presidential candidate and Kwankwaso is going to be the vice. What about if it turns the other way around?
Let us not trivialize or dramatize this issue, Barry Cosmos. This is a very, very critical issue, and it is pivotal, and it can, as I said before...
You never can trust a politician. They might just change over there.
Listen to me. You have citizens of this country from a certain region who are feeling very, very angry, like Nephew Gala Gombe, saying for whatever role they played, they are sorry. You have much more higher placed political stakeholders in Nigeria, the multi-billionaires amongst them, who played whatever role they played in 2023, all of them regretting it collectively and saying, no more. Our best bet now is put Kwankwaso under Obi. I am talking about those who have actually held the highest positions in the land, Barry Cosmos. I'm talking to you about former military or civilian heads of state of Nigeria who are on the same page. You can take what I'm telling you now to the bank and cash it as far as 2023 is concerned in Nigeria, because they have been placed in positions to know better and anticipate what is to happen next. And they have decided to save this project called Nigeria. This is the only reasonable way to go now. It's the Obi Kwankwaso collabo.
Let's get another caller.
Hello, good morning.
Yes. Good morning, my dear Clara.
It's Dawn.
Okay. Cosmos, Barry Cosmos and Echo.
Good morning. Good morning.
Yes, the Kinchima saying watching him.
Okay.
I'm relating from Amimo.
All right.
At times, I'm not trying to digress, but what I'm saying is, most of our people talk out of point.
Okay.
Like the person that spoke last, but I'm not talking about that. That one apart. Tito B is an accent. It's a giant train. It's a motorizer. a mover. He has crowd. We are not talking. Even Atiku is a spoiler. He destroyed PDP. At this age, he cannot go and rest. Step down for a younger one, so that we get this far from this man that is causing problem in Nigeria. Nigerians are suffering, Cosmos.
All right.
Unbearable suffering. P2B's movement from ADC to NDC is a welcome development. He will see what will happen. All of us have joined him already. Make the election be transparent. That's what we are praying for.
Right.
And then you see what is called marathon race.
All right. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Now,
so
find out
much.
before our time is over now, do you think Obi just handed the presidency to Tinubu by this movement? Because the only reason why Nigerians were so optimistic was that Obi, Atiku, Kwankwaso all coming together will have a more formidable force. Now that it's been splitted, knowing fully whether Kwankwaso's influence in the north was cut short by the governor who decamped and took a lot of his supporters and all that. Do you think Peter Obi's move, leaving the ADC, had just handed over the presidency to the APC?
That governor you were talking about got into that position via the instrumentality of Kwankwaso's control of the political environment in northern Nigeria.
No doubt about that, but he's a governor. He has a lot of sway right now.
So other 20-something other governors, about 30, 31 of them, having control. And you see, you seem to be forgetting or choosing to be forgetting in a hurry that once upon a time, a party had 28 governors in this country and lost the election at the presidential
because
level.
we had a president
so why are we forgetting
who was
that?
a democratic person who allowed the principle of democracy to flow. Why we have a president now who is controlling everything, not giving an inch like Jonathan gave. Jonathan asked the opponent, please suggest somebody, and they brought in Jega, they brought in administrator he never met, he never scrutinized them. And do you think Tinubu is going to do that? Tinubu is not going to do that, and he will never do it because he has already made... Nigerians are crying over the person he put in charge of the elections. He said, hell no, stay there. So it's not the same scenario. So if we use that to compare it, are we not making a mistake?
You are at liberty to make whatever mistakes you want to make. For people like us, we only work with facts and figures and not rumors and speculations from our investigations. And the investigations reveal now that that posture of an Abubakar Atiku in Nigerian politics within the last 48 hours has been terribly, horrifically diffused to the extent that you just, it's a matter of the next couple of days, you will see.
So saying enough for what the North is, are they not still going to go for a Muslim thing? Because that is one area they started peddling rumors that Peter Obi is a Christian bigot and the rest of them.
Cosmos, you seem to be dealing with propaganda that ignited from some quarters. I want you to focus on the global,
that's Nigerian politics.
Global reality on ground now.
All right, great to have you all. I don't even know how I'm going to do these messages now. Chinese and I say Peter Obi is like Manchester United. Anywhere he go, we go. Peter Obi for life. Atiku and Judas, who they greedy pass from Chinese and nice. This other one came in says, good morning, Sabari and Lady Dawn. Finish. Which one we don't finish?
Meaning I should finish the work. That time you excused yourself.
So you just have to tell people that I excuse myself.
But you did.
You just have to tell them. This woman is always giving me jabs. No time. Every time that comes out, he's jab. No worry.
You're teaching
you people always looking loud as Echo FM indeed. I'm listening to your straight this morning from World Bank. I'm Ekemini and say thank you very much, Ekemini. Collins as well, I think we took a message on WhatsApp. Let's hurry and see if we can rush some few orders. This one says, Barry and Don with the guest in the studio. Nigeria is the last chance for Nigeria as the guests have told us. Let's all Nigerians come out and follow our own. My name is Friday. Thank you. Okay, this other one says, well done.
Okay, good morning, Mr. Barry and Don Daybreak and your guest in the studio. The movement of Obi and Kwankwaso is a good move, but my advice to the NDC is that they should not welcome the likes of Ayomide and Amechi because for me, they are the card spoilers the APC is using in disguise. Prince Michael from Iriti.
Okay, you also say Prince. Okay, let me not read that one. From Chief Chris Egwatu, good morning, Mr. Barry and Miss Ekoma. Please let Don Ekoma Miss actually open her Bible so that God can actually deliver this nation from the shackles of APC, bad and all sorts of wickedness being meted on us this morning. She refused to open the Bible. I tell her now. This is God of mercy. It's on a newspaper. Let's just take a little bit. Blessed morning, beautiful Echo FM family. Mr. Barry, Madam Ekoma, Adaoma Echo FM, Mr. Salvation. Now, the guy Salvation.
Salvatore is Latin for Savior.
Yeah. I'm comrade on Ifeanyi Chukwufikis man from Umuago, Busima no Hajegbema LJ. Based on the matter at hand, I noticed that Peter Obi is a man of peace. That's why he kept on jumping from one party to another. Where he finds peace, he settles there. Like women settling where they find peace. No, peace. I've been a money to settle. Oh God, women will kill me. All right, our time is over. This final one says, good morning, Echo FM family. My name is Comrade Mike Smith from Ufuto. Today is a special day for me and my loving wife. We are +1 today. Wow. I wish to commend the defection of Mr. P.O. I see it as a good move. I'm enjoying your program as always. Thank you very much. Congratulations to you and your beautiful wife. Yeah. All right. Whoops. The Slim Diva, if I borrow your time, I hope you know the best. Say Barrio, Dono, and Salvatore. Happy New Week. Mr. P.O. has the right to join any party and should not be a problem to any other group. Come to think of it, why can't APC concentrate in resolving compelling challenges facing its governance? APC's present performance should be its trump card and not attacking opposition. That everyone is doing something wrong doesn't make wrong good, and that nobody is doing something good doesn't make good bad. The people's elder. And of course, I let you on that one to enjoy the people's elders comment as it lingers on, because I'm seeing somebody prepping, seriously cramming and trying to pronounce some botanical words, fat words. Well, no, the meaning. It's time for us to leave. I don't put headache for their head. Can't give them paracetamol or bumbolishe. Which one I want to give them? It's time for Health Revolution with the Slim Diva. Barry Cosmos is stepping out. Done. Oh, yes, done. Bye-bye.